Oh, it's some of the levels, things we've opened and things we've interacted with.
Do you remember, like the hammer?
Environment artist, holy moly.
It's actually such a long game. Much longer than I ever thought it would be. But it felt like 15 games in one game. Didn't it?
It really did. I think the moment I realised what kind of a charming game it was the level that I called it Diablo. You know, like we're running through the game. You're a warrior and I'm a mage, and like this whole concept of it was great. The B level I remember very well. I really liked the B level design and shooting my stuff everywhere. Like it was so much fun. The snow level was also beautifully designed, gorgeous interaction, loads of little tidbits as well. By the way, the music playing is your song.
Yeah, I noticed it.
Really, really good voice acting, engaging story. The level designs were out of this world, honestly. Such a good game. Like, I don't know how many hours it took us to complete 5 over. What a game that is. All the levels you forget about, the plant level, the design of that level, the music level was incredible, the dancing we had to do at the end. And it did tell a good story of a couple where they could reignite their relationship. Very powerful game.
I think that from the perspective of just someone who was playing the game, I think it's such an easy game to get into, but it teaches you so many things without holding your hand. So I feel like really anyone could play it, and that's one of the best things about this game. It is so accessible to everyone, and I feel like it's been ages since there was a really, really good co-op game like this for a long time. And I feel like the society, gamers, whatever you want to call it, fell into this era of solitude. And to get a really, really good co-op game like this, to just have to, play with someone who you're either close with or someone who's getting themselves into games, like kids, I think it's great. The story is really good. I think there are tons of cutscenes, and honestly, it is one of the most gorgeous games that I've ever played. So the game itself is not as demanding, I don't think. I don't think you need like a beast PC or something to play it, and you can also play it on PlayStation, I think. But the game's graphics are unlike not anything I've ever seen, but with such variety, like from snow levels to underground levels to plant levels to like all these different areas, and they all look beautiful. Like for example, one of my favorite ones was the one with whales and the waterfalls. Do you remember? And the jellyfish, like the way like when you jump around, and there's I think that's the one that we played a while ago. And just as a small disclaimer, we did take breaks when it comes to playing the game. So this playthrough, as you're watching it or as you have seen it on our channels, it's been recorded over the course of almost a year. So it's definitely not something that we have planned at first, but I'm glad that we, when we decided to finish it, that we finished it in one sitting, because I think that it redeemed the game a lot for both of us, because if we took even more time, I feel I don't know if we would be able to connect with the story, but it was so easy to reconnect with it. Like you go in and you immediately feel like you know what you're supposed to do. Yeah, it was seamless. You didn't have to like remember the MSQ, this quest, that quest. It's just so simple, and that is so refreshing, I think.
I think what makes this game, or this playthrough, incredibly special to me, and why I was itching to play it, and for one reason to another, with real life stuff getting in the way at times, we just couldn't commit the time to do it. But I think the real reason why I wanted to do it, and why I think this playthrough is special for anyone who watches it, is for those who don't know, you watch May and Cody kind of like reconnect and fall in love. Me and V kind of fell in love during this game. So it's about two people falling in love while you've played this game. Oh, sorry, while you watch us play this game, along with Cody and May reconnecting.
Literally over the course of a year, because some of the first videos that we recorded was at the very beginning. Yeah.
And when you watch all these playthroughs, it's like, you know, maybe 2 or 3 months in, then it's 6 months in, then it's 9 months in, then it's, you know, and you'll see that we've become a bit more comfortable with each other, and, you know, I don't know, you might even see us change in this playthrough a little bit, and, you know, I think it's been a really precious playthrough, and I think, as I said before, or like you said, V, such an easy game to fall back into, put down, pick up again, and straight away go again. Like, few things I really like is the fact that it's autosave and restart and chapters and stuff. Features are really strong, like really good. You know, you don't have to do anything tedious. Some of the bosses are not too hard. You know, the mechanics of the game are not hard.
You die, you respawn. There's no stress of dying, which is also really nice.
Oh, I've got to do it all again. No, it's fine. And it's a very forgiving game, and it is just the perfect difficulty, I think, for a nice, relaxed playthrough. And you can play this with a friend, or with your brother or sister. I know it's about a couple, you know, reconnecting and stuff, and a very heartbreaking tearjerker of a story about a little girl who thinks that she's getting in the way and that it's her fault. And it touches yet on real life topics where kids or people in that kind of circumstance blame themselves. You know, a lot of people do that. And I think May and Cody reconnected towards the end, and just a really, really precious game, I think.
For me, it was quite heartbreaking to see it, because I've been through that. I've been through divorce when my little one was 2.5 years old, and even though he didn't, you know, he wasn't old enough to even have these thoughts, it was still kind of heartbreaking to see that. Obviously, I don't think that the game is judgmental, and it doesn't show us what happens, even though you think that, okay, the game this whole time it's pushing towards these two people connecting, it's pushing against divorce or whatever. I think that I think that it is normal and it is okay in some circumstances for people to get divorced, and I think that this game, even though it tells a love story, I don't think it's judgmental towards people making these decisions, because you don't really know what happened. And Cody did say, whatever happens, we'll always be there for you. So you see them walking together with a child, but you don't really feel like they judge the choice of, you know, them still, you know, getting the, you know, the divorce or separation or something like that. So I think it's nice. The only complaint that I did hear from just some viewers over the course of the year, whenever I would, you know, bring up, oh, we're playing It Takes Two, we need to finish that and whatnot. Some people did tell me that they started the playthrough with their, for example, with their son or with the daughter or with their niece or something like that, and that it was a little awkward. So for such an accessible game and so fun, I feel like the story is niche, and it might make people feel a little bit awkward. For example, if a brother and sister are playing or whatever, even though it's just a game, I feel like it touches a lot on these personal things. And I think that a game like Split Fiction, even though I don't know the story, and we are talking about, you know, playing, Neon and I, that is, are talking about playing this game as well, I feel like it's going to be open to, I guess, a wider audience. Because if you imagine someone who is single and who wants to play this game, but they have a male or female or opposite gender, whatever, friend who they are not in a relationship with, but they want to start a playthrough, maybe they don't want to make it awkward, you know, because the story is so couple oriented, and they don't want ever to for someone to take it the wrong way if they invite them to a playthrough like this, where I think Split Fiction, since it is to my knowledge made by the exact same team, obviously we don't know if it's all the exact same people, but at the same time I think that they will take a lot of good things from It Takes Two and have put it in Split Fiction and make it even more accessible. So that's something that makes me feel excited.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with what you're saying, Evie. I also think though that it is targeted towards that particular audience, and I think that's fine. I agree that it can be a bit weird if you wanted to play with your brother, sister, friend, or even kid or something. I do think so, but you know that roughly, if you maybe read the description a little bit or something, that it's about a couple game. It's a couple game, and we didn't have a couple game, especially something so well made like this. So I think that's fine that we have that one well made game that is targeted at couples. Now, maybe the developers here went, oh, let's make something less targeted at couples now, but a similar aspect, and let's go a bit more full ham on this, XYZ, and let's take the pros and cons of what we took, the feedback from the first game, and target it to a wider audience now, and, you know, it should sell and do better. I've only heard good things about Split Fiction. I've not heard any bad things. I've seen very few glimpses. There's one particular thing I know it's going to be a fun as hell thing to do with UV when we do it, but it's been an absolute joy with this. I do think they could have added some other kind of mode, maybe, or maybe added some DLC to it, and to added a few levels whenever they wanted. They could have added it, or something, or maybe dived into the story of, you know, the young girl and, you know, Rose and, you know, Cody and May, or maybe something more, or maybe she's got a brother now or something. I think they could have done that, but I think at the moment I would say a really good length of the game. Loads of people said it's a pretty quick game, 10-20 hours. I don't think it's 20 hours. I think it's been a little bit more than 20, but I'm not complaining. Maybe me and V were very slow. Maybe me and V were, you know, taking our sweet time, but whatever the, you know, outcome was, we enjoyed, or I personally want to speak for V, but I've enjoyed every single second, and it's legitimately one of the few games that I've picked up, played, and I could not put it down. I was every moment looking forward to playing again and exploring these levels, and I've never played a game like it.
Me neither.
Honestly.
It's really special. Now that you mentioned DLCs, this actually made me imagine, like, what could be the, the next one if there ever was. Imagine a few years down the line, Rose is a teenager and she falls in love with someone, and maybe we get another love story or something. It could happen, right? Maybe not, but I still think that it's a fun idea to toy with. If you're watching this video and if you've seen our playthrough, what you might not know about is that Neon and I both speedrun, and we have throughout this playthrough toyed with the idea a little bit of first replaying the game, but as opposite characters, so that we can experience the different gameplay that the other person has as well, because some things you just don't get to experience. And also we talked about, possibly at some point, trying to do a speed run. I think that there is obviously a co-op mode, but this is just something that, of course, we're not promising. We haven't discussed it in depth, but we wanted to ask you. So if this is something that you would like to see as a fun thing, one-time thing, or anything at all, do let us know in the comments, because that is something that, that we can make happen at any point. Neon lives in England, I live in Serbia, but regardless of that, this game allows us to play it wherever we are, so this is something that is accessible to us. So we'd love to hear from you, and of course I would personally love to hear your experiences. You've played It Takes Two. Who did you play with? How did you feel? Was it something that you played in one sitting and, like Neon said, couldn't put it down, or did you take a longer time and enjoy it like us?
One sitting's like a full day.
Yeah, that would be actually a full day, but a lot of people did feel like I can't put it down, and I completely understand it. The only reason why we did is literally circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, and you can see throughout our playthrough that we've, our clothes changed, and
my apartments and houses, and
backgrounds changed. And I'm not gonna lie and say that, at the end of the day, even though it was done over the course of exactly a year, you can see that we've picked up the game, we've followed the story well. It's also been a really relaxed playthrough. There's been, not to crap on YouTube, as we are YouTube content creators, but but there's none of this like, oh hey, welcome back guys, blah 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 blah. It's just straight into the gameplay, straight into this me and V couple playing a couple game, and just straight in, no messing around, and it's just somewhat seamless, I think. And I think it's just, hopefully it has been a joy to watch us, work out which way to go here, go there. And like what me and V have said with a few series, like this is like kind of like a date night, date day, I suppose, whatever you want to call it, or private moment. And we're sharing it, we're recording it, and we're thinking, we want to share ourselves playing this game. We've had a blast. I think the first few hours of this playthrough was streamed on our Twitch channels, or at my Twitch channel anyway. So the rest of the other vibes were very different because we're offline. But it's been such a chill vibe and such a pleasant experience to play a game like this offline. Now, Split Fiction, we don't know. We might play it offline, we might play it online, we don't know yet. But either way, all I'll say is me and V are both looking forward very much so to playing Split Fiction. I've been wanting to play it since it came out, and it's now 7 months down the line, I think. So
it's very tempting to also play it offline just for the purposes of immersion as well. And like Neon said, we started this playthrough on stream, and I think it was one of the community's redemption something streams that we had and that we did together. And I think it was one of the first streams actually that we did do together. So I think that the circumstances since then changed a lot, and hopefully as you're watching the playthrough, or you're watching this review and you're about to watch the playthrough, you will see that the first few videos don't really look the way that it looks now. Our cameras might not both be visible, or they might be covering a small part of the gameplay. And over time, I guess I was feeling most comfortable with the scene just being like this. So this is also something that I would love to hear back on. Do you prefer these, split screen games being like this? Did you enjoy, the first way or the second way of how it was done? I personally think that we've improved, hopefully, and I would like to think that we understood how valuable of an experience this is going to be when we started playing it, to the point that we didn't want to stream it anymore, and we said, okay, we're just going to do it offline. So hopefully we made the right decision. But let us know in the comments, and if you happen to be new here on either mine channel or Neon's, make sure to subscribe, leave likes on the video, and give us your thoughts in the comments. And also let us know if you are excited with fiction as well, and maybe you've already played it. So give us your thoughts on that.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were going to say something. Then you went, give us your thoughts on that also. Then you went.
Anyway, I think that will be all for this video. Do check out the pinned comment, at least on my channel, as we're using the footage probably for both of our reviews. I will link our entire playthrough in the comment, and this is likely the last video that you will see in the It Takes Two series, so you can watch or rewatch or check out the playthrough in playlist there as well. Check out Neon's links as well. They will be listed in my own description of the video, and we'll see you live on Twitch. Both of us.
Not really full disclaimer, but in case you didn't need to spell it out to you, me and V both stream, individually on our own Twitch channel. So if you want to drop by a live stream, chill with us, hang with us, whether that's us streaming together or separately, me and V also speedrun games, as V mentioned earlier. So if you ever want to drop a follow, drop over and say hi, or talk to us about games outside of speedruns or just this game or anything, you're more than welcome to drop by.
Thank you ever so much for watching this playthrough, watching this review video. I really hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.